You know, going through infidelity is probably one of the most excruciating things a human can go through inside a marriage. It wrecks your mind, wrecks your emotions. It destroys all of your confidence. And if you're already unhealthy, emotionally or physically, it can absolutely destroy your life. I know, because it nearly killed me. My fault, I did it, but when I went through all that shit years ago, I lost my freaking mind. I was drinking every day, every freaking day. And when you're drinking every day, you're not processing pain like a healthy person. You're just reacting. If you're lucky, you're reacting. Just impulsive, you're angry, you're paranoid, you're broken. I remember my wife at the time, my wife telling her in-laws, her mom and dad, about her, what she did, because she said I was going to humiliate her publicly. She said I was going to use it to hurt her. She turned it around. Honestly, that probably hurt me almost as much as her sleeping with other men. That's where I was, despite all the problems, despite all the drinking, despite how unhealthy I had become and treating my kids bad and all that. I was never going to do that. What was I going to tell him? I'm a terrible guy, so she cheated on me? I'm not tell everybody that. But I do remember thinking, is that really how people see me? Is that how far I've fallen? The hard truth is, probably, that's exactly the way they were thinking about me, because alcohol changes people. Pain changes people. Chaos changes people. Crazy. But listen carefully, this is a very, very important thing. I was drinking. I own all of it. I was selfish, was completely emotionally unstable. I hurt my family, I hurt her, I hurt me, I hurt my kids. Hard to say. I wasn't the husband or father I should have been. During that period of my life, I was shit. And I think one of the biggest mistakes that people make is that thinking they can go through this kind of emotional trauma in addition to the other parts of your life that's falling apart, and still think that you can think. That's nuts. If you're drunk every day like I was, you ain't thinking clearly. If you're overweight, physically miserable, your emotions are worse. If your sugar is crazy, your sleep is not sleeping, your anxiety's through the roof, your blood pressure is crazy, your anger controls you. You ain't dealing with anything rationally. You're surviving, emotionally surviving minute by minute. That's a dangerous place to be, let alone the health stuff. Pain mixed with alcohol, mixed with bad health, pain mixed with loneliness and anger. It's just complete chaos. That's why I tell the guys I coach all the time, before you worry about saving your marriage, man, worried about dating, before you worry about getting revenge or validation or proving somebody wrong, you need to get yourself together. That's the first thing you need to do, very seriously. Because broken people make terrible decisions. It's a fact. The scary part is that when you're unhealthy, you don't realize it. You don't realize if you're rational or irrational. You think your reactions are normal and perfectly fine. Of course you do, but they're not. I think that's part of why I talk so much about accountability, because it starts with you. It forces you to slow down, stop looking at them, start looking at you. Not your ex, not your trauma. You got to look in the mirror. You got to look at your habits, your drinking, your health, your mindset, your emotional control of yourself. Until you get there, there's no rebuilding. Listen, I'm not saying fixing yourselves guarantees everything goes back to normal, especially in your marriage. Sometimes your marriage is over no matter what. You better get okay with that before you start anything. And that adjusts how you walk through pain. You better be ready for that. It affects your stability, your confidence, and your reactions. Eventually, your entire life. That's what I did. I was in such pain. All I did was take a walk and another walk. I changed the way that I ate. Weight loss helped me think just a little clearer. And that little clear thinking started to become emotional stability, and the emotional stability changed everything. If your life is in chaos, you got to start with the person in the mirror. Not perfect. Just be honest with yourself. It's so hard because the healthier you become, the more rational your decisions become. And that may be the difference between rebuilding your life or completely destroying it. If you're starting over like me, follow along, type I'm in. And if you're serious about rebuilding your life, you can email me at erichobaugh@gmail.com. It's in the bio for the spelling. I appreciate you all watching, and I'll see you on the next one.